Closed their eyes to events abroad because they believed that what was taking place in Europe was none of our business, that we could maintain our physical safety by retiring within our continental boundaries. To those who would not admit the possibility of the approaching storm, the past weeks have meant the shattering of many illusions.
With a third of Europe under Nazi control, America still sits on the sidelines. Many believe the war to be Europe's problem. Recalling the horrors of World War I, the majority of Americans don't want to get involved in another European war. President Franklin D. Roosevelt attempts to convince them otherwise. On September 16, 1940, Roosevelt signs the Selective Trading and Service Act, the first peacetime draft in American history. All men between 21 and 30 must register for military service. Though Congress approves the bill, it is clear to call it a national defense measure. The men were only to be sent to fight for American-held territories. 2 years ago, the United States has the 17th largest army in the world. Smaller than Romania's, and almost two-thirds of the American recruits never fired a rifle. By the summer of 1941, Hitler is ready to launch his forces further east. In June, his armies invade the Soviet Union. By September, they've captured over 1.4 million Soviet troops. In November, Germany, Japan, and Italy renew their military alliance, all declared to safeguard their common interests. The Axis powers are ready to carve up the world. Four days after the attack on Pearl Harbor, Germany and Italy declare war on the United States. It is the first and only time Hitler actually declares war on another nation. Across the United States, panic spreads, as Americans realize they have enemies off both coasts. Within 30 days of the attack, over 134 men enlisted in service, ready to take the fight to the enemy. The wars in Europe and Asia now merge into a single gigantic world war, their largest war in history.
Yesterday, December 7th, 1941, a date which will live in infamy. The United States of America was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of the Empire of Japan. The facts of yesterday and today speak for themselves. With confidence in our armed forces, with the unbounding determination of our people, we will gain the inevitable triumph, so help us God. I ask that the Congress declare that since the unprovoked and dastardly attack by Japan on Sunday, December 7th, 1941, a state of war has existed